I'm not sure what happened. I lost the picture. I was taking Ariana, the one that I just started. I'm taking that off the board, and I'll show you one that's a little further along, like this one. So the skin tone is done. The hair is basically done. The lips are done. Okay, you can get a better look at it. Now, you have choices to make. I could continue to use greens for the background over here, or I could go with something completely different. Like purple's my favorite color. I could do this whole side of the picture with different shades of purple, following the same idea I did here. I used a color here, then I would use a light color, then I would switch over here. You just want to break it up and make it interesting. Now, something like this is called fan art, which means that it's based on a photograph of somebody famous. Like obviously, Ariana Grande is not going to visit our house that we can draw her. So we're looking at photographs online, and when we do this, they're fun to do, but they're really for your own pleasure. This is not something that you could put into a portfolio. Say you're like a senior in high school and you're getting a portfolio together for either advanced placement, college credit, or you're looking to get a portfolio together to apply for an art school. This is showing you the technique, but you want to do something that's original. So what you could do, if you like these, you can take a selfie of yourself, okay, and do the same thing. Print out your own picture on your, color printer at home. Transfer it onto a grid like we did. Now, what's interesting about this one, this student did this. I love the way she did the background. I don't think I would have thought of that. And probably what she was thinking was the hair was so dark and it was a lot of different shades of brown, not very interesting. Not much of her hat was showing. It's a little bit of gray. So she really went crazy with the background and used a lot of bright colors like neon colors. And I think it's great. It almost has like a pop art look to it. It looks like a 1960s kind of vibe with the colors. So if you do something like this, this is definitely portfolio worthy. It would be a self-portrait of you. Or you could do your friends, you could do family members. They make great gifts. Like if you have a best friend and you want to do something special for Christmas, you could do a picture of them, take one of their selfies, print it out, and do all the steps that we just did. And you would have a beautiful gift for her. Now, it doesn't have to be a portrait. The way that we did this with the grid, you could actually use this for anything. Suppose you wanted to do a landscape. You could absolutely do a landscape. You could draw your landscape directly on here, or you could draw it on a piece of paper, transfer it onto here, and then do almost like Starry Night, do like all the different colors of the sky and the greens. It could also be an object. Suppose you wanted to do a vase or a flowers. You could definitely, probably more in a vertical position. Again, if it's your own original artwork, you could draw it on a piece of paper, transfer it. If you feel brave, you could definitely draw right on here, but you don't want to do too much erasing because it changes the surface of the paper. So what I usually do is sketch things first and then I transfer them onto the final one. So that's what I would recommend doing if I were you. I think that's everything that I wanted to cover with you. Again, you just have to make sure that when you come to a line, like in this case, this line, that one side might be one part of the picture, the other side of the line might be something completely different. So you just want to pay attention to that. And again, you could get by with 2 colors. Just do every other space like a checkerboard. Switch off and color in your whole area with just 2 colors. That would be fine. Now, like I said, if you wanted to, you could take crayons. You could add crayon colors. Maybe you have a lot of crayons that are certain, like a lot of blues, for instance, and you want to do a blue background. Like, where's our Ariana? Suppose I had 6 different colors of blue crayons. I could definitely add crayon to this and then combine it with my colored pencil and maybe even put a little marker in there. And then if you had to write down what it is, you would say mixed media because it's more than one thing. The one of Taylor Swift, this is all colored pencil. So this, if I say this was going into a portfolio, not that I can use it, but I would say that this is colored pencil, Sharpie, and pencil. So you always list what you used on your pictures when you're getting things ready for a portfolio. Okay, so I think that's it. One other thing, this is from another art teacher that I worked with. When she had her students draw a grid, she had them actually number the boxes and then transfer the picture to another one. I don't think that's necessary, but if you feel like it would help you, Then you can just number your boxes. Here they're like 1 to 5, 6 to 10. And then when you make this bigger on a large sheet and you have a bigger grid, you could number your grid before you start. And then you just know, okay, in box number 9, I need this little piece showing. And that's how you transfer from one to another. And as I said, kids would ask me in the high school, is this cheating if we copy it? No. Artists have been using different devices to help them for hundreds of years, actually. And like I said, there's other devices that are like projections where you can put a paper down, put a machine on it, it'll project the image on like a whiteboard and you can trace it. However, if you can imagine, if you have 28 kids sitting in front of you in a classroom, you don't have time for 28 kids to do that individually and go up to the board and trace and everything. So the way I'm showing you how to do it by putting pencil on the back is by far the easiest method. Put pencil on the back of your picture, lay your picture down, again, the only thing you have to remember, hard surface. Put this on top of your grid with a pen, outline your shapes carefully, and voila, your picture's on another page. And I think that's it for this lesson. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll do something again next month. Okay, bye.